Hello YouTubers. I'm just going to show you a little bit of my layout here, and also I want to show you some very inexpensive ways to get great results on your layout. My first little tip here is with your ballast. Now, if you want a light gray ballast color, I have found that if you use paving sand, and then what you do is you sift out your different sizes of it, that you get a really nice ballast. And basically it's like $5 for a 40-pound bag of this stuff. So, and then you end up with different types of grains of stuff. You get anything down from sand to your fine ballast to you get like stuff that would look like boulders on HO scale layouts. So that's basically what I have there. I want to just show you a little bit on my layout here. I have just started out. I'm not a big modeler. I'm only 16, so I don't have that much cash. I'm working off of a very low salary, if you want to put it that way. Basically, that was my yard, and then I just have it like a little loop there. Heads up, one track stays down, the other one heads up the mountain there. Heads up on back, behind the hammer, and out, and then it does a loop and crosses over itself. So that's my first thing that I would like to show you guys. Now my next thing is for how I make my mountains. I start out with just by building up some foam, and then I also have aluminum mesh that I put over everything. And then what I end up doing is I put on my plaster cloth. And then once the plaster cloth is on, I take joint compound. And that works perfectly to just smooth everything out, fill in all the cracks and stuff. And it provides a really nice cover over everything. I mean, it's hard to see, it's all white, so you can't really tell that much. Then what I end up doing is I will end up taking paint that you just buy at your local hardware store. A gallon jug covers all my layout. And just then I brush that on. It's an earthy tone, so it blends right in. From there, it basically looks like itself. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, my third thing is, which I already showed you guys earlier, is using Quikrete for modeling any concrete surfaces, even asphalt, for that matter. It's great. You get your really thin layer, smooth it out, and it's better than Woodland Scenic Smooth It. Now then again, like I said, I'm working on a small budget, so can't really be that expensive. And then another thing is, if I zoom in here, these pieces right here and all this other stuff here, that was made with ceiling tile. Now my grandmother's cousin is also a big model railroader, and he gave me this as an example, and all it is just 4 layers of this stuff, and then you put some turf on it. It really looks great, so I think just because he gave it to me, I'm probably going to put it on the layout about there. So, and all reality, I think that is it. So show you a little bit more of my layout here. I have 2 tracks. I'm too cheap to go and buy a DCC set. Probably for my next layout I will, but once I get a good job and I have a little off time. Basically what it is I have this one track here where it goes down and it loops back around itself, and I have a little section out because I've been working here. And then I have my other track here, and they run back together. I have a little siding there that goes to a lumber yard. I'm working on that lumber yard house. And then come down here. That's where my engine work bay facility will be. And here it breaks off for the yard. Got my yard tower, lifelike. I'll probably improve it a little bit. Coaling tower. I actually found a really cool thing, which is all this coal in here. It's actually little bits of rubber. I ended up taking a tire and chewed it up a little bit with the pliers, and now it looks like coal, really. It's a little bit big, but it looks like coal. So that's my yard. And you come down along here, back to the 2 main lines. I head down through here. And then this is where the one breaks off to head up the mountain, and the other one stays down below. Now I'm working here with got my freight train on one track and then my passenger train on the other. And then they split up going up the mountain here. Again, sections out. There will be a bridge here. The other side goes down here. This is an inactive siding here. I'm just going to stage cars on it. It's a little dirty. I have to clean that up. But yeah, just stage it because this is a terrible turnout in there. It never works. Then the other track will come up here and then switch over itself and come back down the mountain. So that's about it. I did remember one last thing that I wanted to show you guys. Bear with me a moment as I get back around. And I have a small 12 by 12 layout here built in my basement. I ended up making this thing here. Some of you are probably wondering what the heck this is. And basically it's a corner holder for corners of buildings. What you end up doing is you take your 2 sides that you want to put in, slide one in like that, slide the other in like that. You get them lined up. Okay, lined up. They're not going to be. And then all you have to do, tighten these down by hand, and then they're held while you run a bead of glue down. And then when you're done, you just unscrew it, pull the pieces out, and you're good to go. So, in reality, it's nothing bad. I did this with a piece of angle iron, 2 sheets of aluminum here, angle iron, aluminum, and then I got some just nuts and bolts from the local hardware store. And an afternoon with a grinder and a drill press, you get this. So, much cheaper than a $15 right angle holder at any store. So, well, that's it, guys. Hope to see you again soon. That's all for now.